Right, following on from the last video, as you can see, just as I mentioned, normally it will pull back, and it has. That's what I was looking for, that thing there. So pull back another 5 pepperoonies. Now what we have here is a wedgie thing, alright, or flag. Let's see if it's called flag and pendant indicator. Now if it breaks to the downside, very high chance it shall continue. So I am going to probably click the button just to try and scalp a few bucks. Alright, because what also happens is currencies tend to return to previous levels. So it's broken below there. That'll do this, just pull back, so I'm in for the buy. Okay, see how it pulled back just a bit then, went up to there. It could very well bounce back up, who knows. But it's past the Bollinger center line, which is sort of like a moving average. Hasn't touched this outside edge yet. When it does, then we will look at it reversing. Okay. So we'll see what happens. I'll stick it on pause. So what I'm saying is, anyway, if I had have re-entered here when I thought, oh look, it's going to go on this candle, it's going to go, mate, I would have lost money, just like I said I would have, because I'm clever. Hang on. This little candle here is indicating that the bulls, well, the candle just ended as the bulls were buying, I guess. It's not very convincing. If it was right up the top there, it had a big long wick, and it was up here, it might be a bit more convincing. But I'm not going to fall for it. So what I also have here is an indicator, RSI, right? Extremely oversold, big old red curvy. It's over the 70, over the 80, probably over the 90, which is extreme. So it could come down to there. Now what I also like to do is use the Fibonacci expansion, not the extension but the expansion. Now if I go from here to the last move, hang on, I'm going to get rid of that. I'll do it again because it gets in your way. Alright, expansion. So let's say it's about there, and the line is about there. Alright, that will tell you where it's going to come down to. Here is the first line, and here is the 100. So it's hit this line here. It doesn't always just happen parallel to where the last move was. Right, the further, like another couple of mils, it would exaggerate that 61.8 line even further. There's always a lot of fake outs, pullback fake out. Now what's the trend? The trend is up. I hate that. This little triangle here is a wolf pattern. Alright. Basically every time it tells me to go down, it goes up. So indicators aren't very trustworthy. Where was we? Well, we've discovered the trend is basically up, isn't it? Don't need to draw lines everywhere you go. See, here's automatic trend line there, but I don't like doing my trend lines there, just quietly. I like to do them under the candle. It's more accurate. Right, and then we'll run another one parallel to this one. So that's the channel. There's channels everywhere. Alright. So there'd be a channel, channel, channel. And you could draw a channel here. There'd be a channel there, and then there'd be a channel here. Channels all over the place. Right, so we're back to the 1 minute, and if we look at the RSI, I'm just going to get rid of that blinking thing. Go on. We look at the RSI, it is coming down, following my little trend line. Fluky as can be. It was a false fakey breaky out, so we're making money again. Alright, there's the 100 line. We'll take that $40. You've got to try and anticipate a little bit where things are going to pull back, and I would suggest it would probably pull back around this area. It probably won't carry on through straight away. Right, there's a support and resistance area here as well, right on it. Well, it's a little bit below, but it'll probably bounce back up. That is my prediction. From there it'll come back up. We'll see. Right, as you can see, went down a tad, but now is bouncing back up a bit. It might be all it does, but always be ready for the bounce back. Alright, tricky little buggers they are. We'll see what happens. Another good thing about these flag and pendant lines is they quite often indicate, I don't know why, but they do, something's been programmed into the programming code, that they tend to reach down to support and resistance lines. Support and resistant lines, is that right? Support and resistance lines, yeah, that's better. So anyway, we'll have a look, see if they actually do. Where's it gone? Where is my lines gone? As you can see, I clearly marked to, oh, fuck's sake, something happened here where whenever I change time frames now, they're going to disappear. It could be this indicator here, the stupid profit. Yeah, I hate that. You get an indicator and it wipes out all your bloody trend lines. So guess what? See you later, alligator. Okay, here's me Mr. Who growl indicator. Delete, bugger off. I download indicators and sort of test them. Who's this one? Edit. Over here. EMA alert one. I think that's quite good, that one. Yeah, they're still disappearing. Well, anyway, here's a good little place here. It'll drop. If it goes below that line, it'll drop further. So we'll see for the NZ dollar. What I was going to show you is how it did a real quick roundabout turn. This is where the announcement was. Around about there. Give or take a pip or a candle. And then it went up. Boing, 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 boing. And turned back down pretty quick. Quicker. Or just as quick. Just as quick as the Aussie did. But it seemed quicker. So we go back to the Aussie. See, it's going back up still. Ooh, just hit where I suggested it would go. Hang on. Pause on that one. Alright, my prediction is now it will continue down. So we shall sell. But first we'll get an indication. Alright. This is still saying oversold. Alright. Exactly where I said it would go. Aussie is coming down. It looks as though. Buying is still 80%, between 80 and 88%, so that's not good for selling. This is still way down low, below the 20, but I still wouldn't buy it. This RSI can get up here quite quickly. It'll probably come down to here. I'm going to sell. Alright, there's another $40, $60, take it. They had a bit of a pullback, but I reckon it'll still come down to that point there. Well, there you go anyway. Touched the point, so thank you.